Alright, hey guys, I'm going to run us through kind of some of the acoustic parts for Resurrecting the Elevation Collective arrangement. So you can probably tell there's more complicated chords in here than normal, so I'm going to kind of run us through some of the more complex chords. Specifically, we're going to go through verse 4, the vamp, and then bridge 2, because those are some of the more complicated parts. But before we get to that, I just want to address the verses before that and kind of talk about kind of some of the stuff that happens in there. Particularly, you'll notice in the verses that it has a G over B, C, C over E, and then F at the beginning of each first and third line in the verse, if you're following along in the chord chart. So at that point, I would skip the first 3 chords and just start right on F major. So for instance, instead of playing what the piano and the bass player are going to play with The Fear That Held on verse 2, I would just go, the fear that held us now gives room to him who is our peace. That's a C major 7 right there. It's just a C without the pointer finger. Just open there. And then his final breath. So I skipped those passing chords there at the beginning, which on the acoustic is probably going to sound the smoothest. So we'll go all of that, and then right there, final breath upon the cross in verse 3 is a little bit different than the other verses. It goes F over A, which is just an F chord with the lowest A note right there, and then a G over B would just be like your G chord without the G on there, just starting from the B. So his final breath upon the cross is how you play that right there. Okay, great. And then after that, the first bridge is very simple. Instrumentals and everything are simple. So from here we'll get into verse 4, which is the Two More Soldiers. So the main kind of challenges are going to be the B major 9 and then the D9 over F sharp. So really all that is we're going to play like a B major with the 7 in it, so it'll sound like this. Excuse me, the B flat major. It'll sound like this. Is a B flat major 7. And so that's one of the chords, and then the other chord is going to be that D9 over F sharp, which is just the D over F sharp with a high E added, which is the 9 over the D. So that's going to sound like this. So all that is a D major, but I've taken my middle finger and put it where my pointer normally is, and then I put my pointer on the F sharp. So that's that chord. So in context, I'll go from his body there would not remain. So his body would remain. Our God has robbed the grave. So I'll do that one more time. His body B flat major would A minor remain. Our God has robbed the grave. So those are those chords right there, the B flat major 9 and the D over F sharp. And then from there we go into a vamp that has kind of some complicated chords in it as well. We've got C, B flat over C, F over C, and D diminished 7 over C. Essentially we're holding out that C bass note throughout the whole time, and the piano is going to kind of shift and change some notes there. But kind of the easiest thing for us to do is go, our God has robbed the grave. Just kind of chug along just on the C. He's robbed the grave. And then into the bridge. So what I'm doing there is I'm just playing like a C major, except I'm taking that E off with the middle finger and I'm just muting that string. So when I play it, you're not getting anything. And so I've just got C and C here, and I'm just kind of chugging and palm muting there. More about the rhythm and the bass note. So really all you need is that low C bass note that I'm playing right here, but I'm just kind of muting it a little bit to kind of go with the building feel. So that's that vamp. You don't need to worry about doing all the chord changes along with it. And then the chorus after that vamp is just the normal chorus with the basically just the 3 chords. And then finally we'll go over bridge number 2. So about halfway through is when it changes for bridge number 1, and it goes to the A minor instead of what it goes to the first time. So it goes A minor, in your name I come alive. So after that it goes to the G minor 7, and then F sharp 7 flat 5, which you don't need to worry about all that. I'll explain what we can play. And then F, and then it goes through some hits. So I'll play this whole thing really slowly for you. So we start off with A minor, in your name I come alive, to a G minor shape. So all this is, same thing I was talking about a second ago. It's almost like a G chord with my 2 fingers on the bottom, my ring and my pinky up a string. So that I'm getting G, B flat, D right here. And what I'm doing is, again, like I said before, I'm using this finger to mute this 5th string. So no sound is coming, I'm just kind of letting it mute so I can just ring out. So that's the G flat, minor 7. So, in your name I come alive to declare your victory. So all I changed from that G flat, or from the G minor 7 to the F sharp chord is just that root note, the bass note. It's just a walk down, and then I'm going to an F right after that. So kind of up to speed, that sounds like, so that's kind of what that goes like. Then after that, we just kind of have some hits. And if it's easier, you don't really need to hit all of those chords. It goes G, A minor, E minor, D. But I'm kind of just going to hit the first 3, just the bass notes. And then from there, I'll play the chords. So that would look like, the resurrected King is resurrecting me. So that's G, A, E, D is G. Sorry, I can't go that note down the octave, it's a little low. But that's just, and I'm doing all of that on the low 6th string, just G, A, E, and then I'm going into my normal D minor chord. So again, up to speed, that would sound like this, and I'll play the whole thing this time. In your name I come alive to declare your victory. The resurrected King is resurrecting me. And then the normal outro from there. So you're really going to need to practice that timing. The timing is going to kind of be the challenging part, but it's just single notes, so I know you'll be able to get it. This is a little bit more challenging of a song for acoustic than we normally do, but you guys are going to get it. It's going to be awesome. And of course, you can reach out to us if you have any questions, if you want to talk through stuff. If this doesn't make sense, you know how to contact us, so get with us and let us know if you have any questions. Hope this was helpful. Thanks, guys.